Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get into TryHackMe's Traverse box. It's a very easy vulnerable machine to break into, and the premise is that you're playing the role of a responder trying to restore a defaced website for Bob. Now, just so you're aware, I had some issues recording audio, so I'm actually re-recording the audio and overlaying it on the video. So hopefully I don't forget to explain something, and spoiler alert, I will be showing you all the answers. So let's jump right into it. The first thing you're going to have to do is have the web server and attack PC booted up if you're doing this through TryHackMe. And once that's done, you'll be provided with the IP address for the web server, which I'll navigate to here. The first thing you'll notice is a message left behind saying, "I hate minified JavaScript," which will come into play later. And you can't really do anything else except click the company logo, which just takes you to the home page. Now, I did want to compare my method with others, so I took a look at some guides and saw some people used directory brute forcing tools. I don't think they got any results from it, and I generally don't recommend immediately jumping into scanners. You always want to see what you can do manually. Generally speaking, you'll learn more, and you want to obtain as much information as possible prior to scanning services. Anyway, because there's nothing much to do here, one thing we can do is look at the source page, where we'll immediately find some interesting comments about some Java files. This one says it's an official file, while the other one says it's custom. So we're going to open this in a new tab. We now have an encoded message, and you can always Google the characteristics of the encoded message to find out what it is, or you can guess based off the string. However, since the string's output of characters are in pairs, we can guess that it's hexadecimal and use a decoder to get confirmation. This makes the answer to the first question on what encoding was used, hex. Now, the second question is, what is the flag value after deobfuscating the file? Now, you can get your answer just by analyzing the script. For example, we have n is equal to this, e is equal to this, o is equal to this, and you can piece it all together. However, there is an easier way just by searching for a JavaScript minify tool and pasting the script in. Here, we can see that the result is directory listing is the only way. Continuing to the next question, it mentions logs and asks, what is the name of the file containing email dumps? Originally, I just tried navigating to the /log directory, and when that didn't work, I tried /logs. However, in the source page, you'll actually find mentions of other subdirectories. Once we navigate to that directory, we find a text file called email_dump.txt, and we can open it in a new tab, where we find the answer for the next two questions. The text file has some important information specifically outlining another directory named after the first phase of the software development lifecycle. Now, not everyone can remember every phase of every framework and every lifecycle, so you can search for it or go to the older course material and find it. I did pull up an image, and I believe it's even the same image used earlier in the Security Engineer course on TryHackMe. Anyway, the message also includes a password that we need to remember for later. From here, we're going to navigate to the directory and log in using the password we just obtained, where we'll find an API request form. So what we're going to do is we'll copy the command and we'll head into the terminal, and we need to update the IP address and use this as a wget request. And since the question asks for user number 5 details, we're going to do this command all the way up to user number 5. Now, once we have all the files, we can take a look at ID number 5, and we'll find some interesting information on the person's name, email, password, and even the user's role. Now, the next question asks us to find out who is an admin. So if we take a look back at ID 5, we'll see that he's just a user. Now we'll take a look at ID number 1, who is also a user. ID 2 is also a user. And finally, ID number 3 is the admin. Once I get this window to extend, we'll also be able to see a subdirectory called /realadmin, which we will navigate to. And once we navigate there, we'll find another login panel where we will be able to use this user's credentials. My mistake, we're supposed to use his email address. And over here, we'll be able to see a web shell. However, we can only execute 2 different commands on the web page. So what we're going to do is we'll power up Burp Suite. We'll just hit next and start Burp. And I opened up a second console by accident, so I will just skip ahead to the correct one. So once we're here, we'll take a look at the proxy and see that intercept is on, and we'll go into Firefox and start up Foxy Proxy, where we'll send the request to Burp. From here, we can go into Actions and send the request to the repeater, and here we can see what command is being sent to the server. So since we're trying to gather more information on the server, we'll send in the command ls. And if we scroll all the way down, we will find some interesting files. One is thm_shell.php, and another one called renamed_file_manager.php. And on top of that, there is also another password up here. So what we're going to do now is we'll navigate to the correct PHP file, and we're going to turn off Foxy Proxy. And here we can log in with the password we just obtained. And now we can close Burp since we no longer need this. And over here we can find the index page for the website. Once we open it, we can inspect the code where it says if $message is not equal to this string, it will output the flag, which we now have the flag so we can actually stop here, but we want to recover the website. To do that, we open the advanced editor and change the text to any string that we like. I'm just going to put in fixed, hit save, and now you can navigate to the website where you'll find the flag. So That brings us to the end of this vulnerable machine, and I'm not sure what else I'll be illustrating on the channel. But I do have old videos on wireless hacking that were taken down when I was in college. I do plan to re-upload them once I edit them so that they match YouTube's updated policies. And if you do go through all of those videos in the series, you'll actually be prepared to get Offensive Security's Wireless Professional certification. I also plan to throw up an edit of some old wireless drone hacking footage. It's a very targeted video, but it goes through some of the steps during the penetration testing lifecycle in action while illustrating some wireless security issues. Keep in mind, these are old production videos, and some of the vulnerabilities are definitely patched. With that said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and feel free to give the video a like or share. Subscribe for future content, and feel free to ask any questions in the comments.